Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft live stream with a pillager right behind me. Of course there is. Oh, man. These guys, they're just there all the time. Doesn't matter where you are. There's a pillager watching you. How weird is that? How's everyone doing, by the way? Welcome to live stream with FoxyNoTail to do live stream things. I've got a... Oh, I nearly got him. I'm going to say I got a crossbow and I'm not afraid to use it. What? Prayers in 2. Nearly had you, Pigman. I nearly had you. And Pontin Plays has just subscribed. Thank you very much. They've subscribed for 2 months. That's amazing. Liara's here. I was told you'd know why he was there when I ran from him last night. They're always there. They're everywhere. I've been playing today for quite a long time, and I have had no less than about 8 or 9 pillager patrols just come up to me. I had 2 banners in my box when I started, and I think I've got 9 or 10 now. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. But, you know, lots of banners at the end of the day. I've been pretty much with permanent Bad Omen as well. Speaking of Bad Omen, how's my sound? How's everything doing? How's audio and stuff and things? It's been a while since I've done a stream. I don't think I've fiddled with a great deal recently, but just in case, I want to check everything's all right. He's the only pillager I've seen so far, period, says Leo. Really? They've been everywhere at my base. It's been driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. Mitz Cat says it's sounding good. Hello, Mitz. Hello, Wraith. Hello, Liara. Hello, FoxyNoTail. Hello, B Silver B. Hello, JCB. Hello, Inbar 2008. Hello, all of you. Hello. How are you doing? Evening, Mr. Gnome-tailed, Pontin Plays said on their subscription thing. Thank you very much. Good evening to you as well. Guess where I am? Guardian Farm. Look at me. Look at me shovel. It's not very good, is it? It's broke, that is. I've been digging. I've been digging holes. Wearing me shovel down to the fingers, it is. 2 separate patrols appeared within 2 minutes at my base, said B Silver B. I know, it's crazy. And Mr. Barbecue, the Wandering Trader, has been at my base no less than 4 times today. And I've had a good conversation with him, which I've been recording in a video, which should come out tomorrow, but it won't now because I'm doing the stream instead. I had an option tonight. I could either edit a very long video that I spent a long time today recording, or do a live stream. And Mitt said do a live stream, and I like Mitt, so I'm doing as I'm told. She the boss today. Shep and Tamer's here. Hi, Shep. How you doing? Drat Hale or Drathdale is here. Many peoples. Mr. Barbecue, I've seen like twice an hour easily. Yeah, well, it's the first time, believe it or not, I've actually seen him since he's taken up the job of the Wandering Trader. He was telling me how he's not really enjoying it because everyone keeps killing him. So I don't think he'll be doing that job for much longer, I thought. Devil Senpai Lucian says, have you seen the arrow shooting from above the head after shooting it with the bow? I know. So many bugs. It's not worth worrying about them all because there's just too many to keep thinking of. The Biter 89 says, thank you, Mitz, for telling Foxy to scream. Miss Britney's here with a wave. Hello. Foxy, what's up? Says Chris the Rock. I don't know. What is up? Sky, mainly, and a beacon beam. We're on the server today. We're on the server. It's working well. Yet again, 2 days in a row. Well, not 2 days in a row because I didn't use it yesterday, but I did a little bit, I guess. So, like, a lot of time without any crashes or problems. It just went down for an automatic restart before I started this video, and there was a little problem there. That was my fault, though, because I did the wrong line of code. But I fixed that now. Yeah, I haven't broken the server yet, says TNC Cuban in the game chat. So, yeah, it's all going well. Dispatcher 96 has got a wave. Porkchop Wally's got a wave. The mic on Switch says, good afternoon. I mean, that's a good thing, says Jessie B. It is a good thing. I didn't even know you're here. When did you sneak online? Sneaky Jessie B. Sneaking around, joining and stuff. Who do you think you are? Eh? Right, flip that open, throw the bottle, stand back, and then sneak forward to try and get a little bit of XP at a time. And we can repair many then, you see. Oh, no, wait, I wasn't fast enough. Don't! Right, axe and ideally elytra as well would be good to repair those a little bit because we're probably going to need to be relatively safe in today's stream. Oh, well, that'll do. I'm not doing any more. Can't be bothered. We got a new project to start in today's stream. Now, I have an option at this particular point in the live stream to do a huge spoiler for tomorrow's video, or we just stay in the Nether and get cracking. It's up to you guys. Let me know what you want to do. Did you not whitelist Prowl? Is that why it's working? Absolutely, Shep. He got the sack. Prowl got fired, right? So if you see anyone on the server that's username is Prowl, we basically recycled his username and gave it to someone else. It's not actually Prowl. It's someone far less laggy. So yeah. Didn't get rid of prowl. Servers are prowl proof. Well, I say prowl proof. I'm going to hold that thought until, you know, we've been running it a while, because I'm sure if anyone can manage it, it's probably prowl. Worked till prowl logs on for a true server test. Wraith 1981, thank you very much. Your spelling is on point today. Good job. AFK prowl, says the Michael Switch. No. Banned. I've got a kick button with his name on it. I can actually do that now we're on a server. I can actually just send a command to the server to kick someone. It's amazing. Right, so we're going to be working in here, but we're not going to be working in here. We're going to be working down there, a long way down there, and then working up. So I've got a massive new plan for this, and I'm going to record like a video as we go on this, because I'm going to hopefully put the stuff that we're doing today into a video. So we might be a bit weird, like doing video recording while we're streaming, but I've seen other people do it, and if they can do it, I can do it too, because I'm expert level 99. Hello sheep, hello cows, and hello pigmen and pigs and things. Hi Foxy in chat says big hand small phone, says Wraith. Yeah, I have that problem too. Yep. Make a skeleton farm for bone meal for flowers. I got like 1 million bone meal farms. We've got a skeleton farm. We've got a spider farm. We've got a mob farm. We've got so many things that give us bones and bone meal. We don't need any more. I even have a bone meal farm. Well, I did until they broke it in 1.13. But anyway, right. Elven Dragon's now hosting me. Thank you very much. This is the first live stream of yours that I've seen. Right, anyway. Right. Okay. Listen, I need you to tell me, do you want huge big spoiler, or should we just get on with today's job? You got 20 seconds. Kimber Cakes, 1,000 spinny pigmen is still stuck in my brain and sent me lots of spinny gemmy things. Amazing. Hands up, popping in since we have almost no prep to do at work. That's good. That's the first XP level 99 quote in a while. Reset the day counter. I know, right? Oh no, and now my phone's ringing. Oh, I can't take this phone call right now. I'm busy. Shh. I can't. I'm doing a live stream. I have to ring them back. Oh no. Didn't put my phone on silent, did I? You so dumb. Spoiler! All the spoilers. You all want spoilers, do you? Stop, carry on, says Pontin Plays. I can't take a phone call while I'm doing the live stream. I'd like to, but I can't. I might just send them a quick text though, while I just hide in this corner away from spoilers, just to say it's just so I don't sound rude, because I hate it when you get a call and then you just like completely ignore it. Hang on, just writing text. Can't write and talk at the same time, it's dangerous. Well, that'll go down like a lead balloon. Right, anyway. What have we got here? Did you notice it? That's all the spoilers you're getting. No, I'm kidding. Look what we've got over here. This is what I've been doing today. I've been a busy fox. What do you think? What do you think? Is that the prank bot? What? I never answer my phone, says B Silver B. Well, you must be popular. What do we think? Very nice, says Night Wraith. We have dressed up my flower farm, and I have a new wool farm that's in there. I'm not going to show you the wool farm, but it is pretty good. I think if anyone was watching Slack's live stream last night, they would have seen it, because I kind of spoiled it in that. But, yeah, I'm really happy with this. Basically, because my house is very flat, obviously it doesn't have a roof yet, and it's lacking detail, and in Slack's live stream they said it was a bit weird, and someone pointed out a comment and said my windows were a bit higgledy-piggledy. I thought, well, I need to have a good practice at doing other buildings that are not quite on such a grand scale. So I thought I made these, and I thought, actually, I really like the design, I like the layout, I like the roofs on those. So maybe I could bring some of that over to this, but believe it or not, it doesn't look it, but these are tiny in comparison to that overall. This is a long way away. They were close, right? And that's a long way away. So these are relatively small. That's a lot bigger. And it's going to be really hard to make it like that style. But I feel like if I don't do something like that, that's just going to look rubbish in comparison to everything else. What do you think? They look lovely, says Mitz. Thank you very much. Notice how I did your accent perfectly there. You did a great job, Foxy, says the Bite Spider. Thank you. Will it say house when it's banners when it's done as well? Probably. It's to remind me that's my flower farm and that's my wool farm. No, it's because they had big, like, blank white areas on the walls that just looked weird. It looked rubbish. So, look, they just look too blank. And it was a big one. So I thought, well, what could I fill it up with? And the word flowers fit perfectly on the other one. And the word wool fit perfectly on that one. Look, it just looks a bit weird without anything on it. So with the labels on, it's nice. And then I can remember what it is as well. Spot on, lol, says Mitz. I did a good job. Right, anyway, let's get cracking on with what we're doing today. We're going to need a lot of concrete. And Liara, my best friend, has just opened up her new, well, not opened up her new, she has redone her concrete shop, which is now why she's my best friend. Because we're going to need a lot of concrete for what we're going to be doing. We're going to need a lot of white concrete mainly, and hardened stuff. And I know I got loads of powder, millions of powder. I don't think I got that much white hardened concrete. No, I haven't. A bit. Not many at all, really. So we'll probably have to go over to our little concrete farm first, turn a load of that into solid concrete, and then we'll get on with the job. Or we could prep first, actually. I think prepping first might be a good idea. It's going to be tricky, though. It's going to be very tricky, because none of you know what I'm doing, do you? We've been talking about it like you all know. You don't know yet, do you? I haven't told anyone. I had a dream. No, I didn't. Does anyone ever, like, lay in bed at night, and then you have an idea, and you're like, I've got to do that idea. Well, I had an idea, guys. And I've got to do this idea. And it's going to be epic. Yeah, so we'll forget concrete for now. Let's go back to the Nether. I'm sorry if I'm a bit jumbled up. I wasn't planning on streaming today. And, well, I was supposed to. But I then thought about not streaming. And then, therefore, didn't come up with a plan. And also, I'm still running off no sleep this week. I didn't sleep again last night. So I'm very tired. A bit all over the place. But it's all good fun. Mike on Switch says, it's so good there should be one at the farm. Just like it says that... Oh, just like that says Guardians. Well, yeah, quite. So, the plan here is, we were started a few live streams ago, if you were present, or if you've watched it back on the second channel. Hint, hint, there's a second channel where you can catch my live stream replays. Yeah, where we started this, which is supposed to be my little Nether hub area. So if you don't know, on this season, everybody can, or should, be having their own little Nether hub area. And Zloy has pretty much designated me like food farm person. So Zloy badgered or bullied me into doing this during a live stream that I wasn't planning to do. And as a result, I don't like what we ended up with. And it's very basic, and it's very square, and it's very flat, and it's very boring. So I was laid in bed one night, just about to nod off, and an idea hit me. Instead of doing this, let's dig all the way down to lava, and let's make a huge circular tower the size of this room that goes all the way from the bottom to the top, and on each level we'll have a biome that we import from the world. So we'll go over to the world, we'll get a snapshot, so we'll basically look at a biome and we'll come and rebuild it in a glass box, almost like a terrarium inside this thing in the Nether. That's my plan. It's going to be a big job. It's not going to something we're going to get all done in today's stream or in, even in a lot of streams. It's going to be a lot of work. So I suppose best get cracking. And I need to tear this down. I don't want to. I really like this little thing. I hate getting rid of stuff. So I might actually just leave that and dig a little bit further back and start digging here. What we are going to have to be careful of, though, is there's a lot of lava downstairs. Downstairs, below all that nether rack, there's a lot of lava, and there's already an ender chest here, which is quite handy. So we're going to need some lava potions, is my point. My goodness me. And I need some more chests for stuff. More chests and potions. Okay? Love it! Great idea, says the mic on Switch. Thank you. Thank you for loving it. I love it too. I think it's a very good idea. And I know you shouldn't, well, not necessarily shouldn't, but I guess you shouldn't, pat yourself on the back too much when you have an idea. But I really like this idea. I really like it. It's one of my better ideas. I don't think they're looking for new members currently, says Mitz. Oh, is somebody looking if they can join TB again? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry that we've got such an entertaining and exciting looking server that people want to join it. I do apologise. We'll try and make it more boring and uninteresting for you in the future. I got a link in my ear. JCB is now hosting me. Thank you very much. Amazing. Wow. Right. Dig time. It's time to do lots of many diggings. And we're going to start here. We're just going to dig down as far as we can go. Oh, man. And I need to think about a way of getting back up again. Scaffolding would be a good idea at this point, wouldn't it? Scaffolding would be a good idea. Are you going to start digging, folks? You're just going to keep procrastinating. Shut up. You're getting things from my epic plan, all right? You don't know. You don't know how hard it is being FoxyNoTail, having to remember things all the time, do streaming and servers and... Oh, mate! Who was that who played that one? Mitt's cat played our mate for 100 bits. That's amazing. I love those sound things. They really do take you off guard. You're not expecting it and you're just like, oh, what was that? And then you remember that you gave people the power to press buttons in your live stream. That's like when you're in the car and you've got one of those passengers that can't help it but fiddle with your radio and you're like, hey, it's my radio. Get your fingers off. Don't change my station. Don't adjust my volume. It's got to be on an even number, all right? I don't want it on an odd number. I know 13 sounds best on volume, but I want it on 14 or 12, okay? That's just how we roll in my car. Anyone else as weird as me? Doubted. Might be. Weirdos. Bunch of weirdos you are. Miss Cat played our mate. Always seen that one. Ninth Ray said chop. So anyway... what has everybody been up to? Give me a quick snapshot of what you've been doing today. One word or 2 words, sum up exactly what you've been doing today in 2 words. Yes, and write it so I can see, and I'll know what everyone's done really, really briefly. My wife is the same with the even volume. You've got to have an even volume. Can't have an odd one. It's against law. I haven't taken my fire resistance yet. I really ought to put it on my hotbar, didn't I? That would be a good plan. And they probably shouldn't carry all this stuff around with me. I've got another doodling link. Inbar 2008 is following me, and so is Waffle779. Thank you very much. Hey, Foxy in chat, says Binary Bob Hope. I think lots of people prefer even volume numbers. They shouldn't even have odd ones on the system. Odd numbers shouldn't even appear. It should be even numbers only. Unless your volume dial goes up from like 0 to an even number, and the middle, like right in the middle where the little like notches on the dial is in the center at 15, you're allowed that. You're allowed that because then the dial's centralized. If the dial's on an even number but it's not in the middle, it's one off the middle, you're allowed to go odd just for that because that's in the middle, okay? Work and groceries, mining sand, playing on your realm, Foxy. Finished Minecraft server. Nothing today. Wow, lots of you have been doing things. Thanks for reminding me about volume. Got to go turn down the TV before hubby gets home so I can hear myself think once he's playing. Good idea, Liara. Good idea. Right then. Doing good digging. Doing an amazing job here. So we're going to go all the way down to lava. I was going to say, what we'll do, right? We'll get a bucket of water and we'll pour it on the lava and then we can have an obsidian base to work on because I'm smart and I remembered that... No, I'm not smart. I forgot that you can't do water in the nether, can you? So we're going to have to deal with the lava the old-fashioned way, either dropping loads of sand or gravel in, or filling it full of netherrack. And I think sand and gravel's probably the best way forward, to be honest with you, because the lava lakes in the nether tend to be a little bit deep. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly how big I'm going to go with this. My idea is going to be like an inverted cone. So imagine like at the bottom, it'll be bigger than that, but let's say that's the bottom layer. And then like a few layers up, it'll get wider. And then like for the next level, it'll get wider again and wider and wider and wider. So if this is the top where we are now, which is effectively it is going to be, we need to have room for it to go smaller. So this room's probably going to be relatively big. So I would say we probably need to think about how big before we actually start digging. That would make sense, wouldn't it? I get carried away, get a dig in, and I haven't even carried it out. I'm just not professional, am I? I should be fired. Someone give me the sack, quick! Doing a bad job. Sorry, guys. And I need loads and loads of shulker boxes for all this netherrack as well. Waffle779 says, what noise plays when someone fuddles? I have a stream, real quiet, and all I heard was that it caught Foxy off guard. It goes, de-link. That's why I say I've got de-links in my ear, because that's what noise it makes, because they don't know the name of the sound effect. And it just sounds, it goes de-link. I have to go. Great. Have a great stream. Dispatcher96 has dispatched. Off you go. See you later. Sounds are a bit quiet, lol. Oh, sounds quiet again. Oh, man. Not really sure. Is that game sounds are you on about? Or are you on about music sounds? What type of sounds are you on about? I think if I turn up the music sounds... No, if I turn up the game sounds... Yeah, music goes really loud as well. Not a lot I can do about that unless we have like really loud music as well. The sound alerts. I don't know how to fiddle with that. There is a button. Oh no, I pressed the button. I don't think I can turn the sound alerts volume up in the dashboard. Maybe I can. I'm having a look. No. I don't know how to... I don't know how to do it, Mitch. I'm not very good at this live streaming malarkey. Music's too loud now. Oh my goodness me. You guys. Never happy. We've got a problem. Right, what do we come here for? Sugar boxes. I need to go for me is sleep time, sorry Bay. Alright. See you later in bar 2008. Have a nice sleep. Hope you do good sleeping. Marcus 117D has got crossed out pineapples and Millsley's got ticked pineapples. I assume this is the pineapple thing from Slack streams. I like pineapple on pizza. I'm just going to throw that out there. I know that's a big issue for a lot of people, but I quite like it. And the thing is, what you've got to remember, right? What you've got to remember in this situation is there is no right and wrong. Anyone is entitled to their own opinion. As long as their opinion doesn't cause harm or, offence to somebody else, you can have whatever opinion you want. So if you like pineapple on pizza, there's nothing anyone can do to say that you're not allowed to like it. So there you go. Don't even try. I've winned you with science, okay? Landers King subscribed to you too. They've subscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much, Landers King. Amazing. Good job. Right, so we do have a middle track on this one. So let's say that's the middle there. And let's go out, I don't know. Ooh. How big should we do this thing? 16 blocks each way? So we've got like a quad set of chunks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's probably big enough, actually, 12. Right, let's get the same the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And everyone will be really glad to know, I think we need to go bigger actually, that we will be doing circles again when we build this. You remember the passive mob farm? Was you here for those live streams when I did many circles and lots of counting and getting it wrong? Yeah, we've got all that to do again. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, so that does go to 16. See, that's a really good size actually. The other way is not very good size. Ugh. And this thing, getting on my nerves already. Let's just count that again. Is the music still too loud, by the way? Yay, Foxy likes pineapple pizza, says Boxy Lofty. I love pineapple pizza, says Drat Hale. Michael Switch says, Jesse, beat. Did she chat or something? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? It changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job, I count again. 13, 14, 15, 16. Boom, there. That's how far we're going that way. And now we need to do the same across the other way. Yeah, 16 and then 16 again, don't we? So 1. Do we count that one, though? No, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's going to be the middle, isn't it? And we'll go another 16 from here. So it's going to be 33 across each way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, let me just check that. I feel like I did that wrong. Yes, I'm in chat, not just randomly shouting for me, says Jessie B. I use torches when counting. It helps visualise a lot easier. Yeah, it does, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, I did do it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Oh, we're getting close to slack there. Yeah, we can't actually go that far. We've got to bear that in mind as well. Oh, man. I tell you what, the easiest way of counting, actually, much easier way of doing this, if I use my brain, we want to go 33 across this room, right? I've just now got 33 cobblestone exactly in my inventory. So if we just bring this a layer up, we'll be good to go. So if we start there and just, like, do that, we'll have exactly 33, won't we? Or counting badly with Foxy, says the Bite Spider. Well, thank you very much. Cap Thoke says, I switch blocks between chunks. Yeah, I haven't got my chunk visualizer on, and I've just gone past one, haven't I? So I'm going to have an extra one now. Oh, man. I'm messing it up today, mate. I'm making a real big mess of this whole palaver. Because you're trying to do it and talk and be interesting at the same time, and everyone knows you're just not interesting. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Oh, man! Oh, man! Ah! Oh. I suppose we're going to have to demolish this at some point. Ah! Oh, man. Well, not today, though. Right, so now we need to find the centre again. Oh, my goodness. I need more cobblestone. More cobblestone, please! Where's box with cobblestones in? Rock box. Here we go. Let's have a full stack. I'm feeling like splashing out on cobble today. I got a diddling Kimber Cake. Say to you, subscribe for 2 months. Thank you very much. Amazing. Good job. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that should be the centre one. I'm just going to assume I've got it right, and I'm going to go this way. Okay? Good job. 14 radius. No, 16 well, technically 16.5 radius. We're going 33 on each direction, just so we've got an odd middle. Because I like being odd, you know. I got modded links. Nate Wright is following me. Night Wraith, even. Wow, I'm good at speaking. Nate Wright. It's Nate Wright is here. Hey, Nate. How you doing, Nate? You're so dumb. I know, I'm sorry. Don't mean to be dumb. I should have... Oh, man, I've done it wrong again, haven't I? Oh, no, it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry, FoxyNoTail. You've done it perfectly well. So that should be... Should have 31. Oh, man. Oh, I haven't done it right at all, have I? Oh, I don't want to count it again. Right, fine, we'll use torches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so the other side should be 15 this way now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What? No, that's right. Is it? I just got my centre one wrong. Oh, man, I'm so confused. This is so hard to do when you're live streaming numbers. So which one's my middle one? Is it this? It must be this one then is my middle one. Oh, I'm so good at this. I'm amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to dig. Just going to dig. I pretty much know I need this entire room. 16.5. Minecraft does halves. No, but if you... Oh, I know what I meant. Not 16.5. It would... If the diameter is 31, the radius is half the diameter. Not 31, 33. So the radius would be 16.5. Now, you can't have 16.5 blocks, but you have basically 16 one side, 16 the other side, and a block in the middle. Okay? Jeez, guys. Simple maths. Obviously, I'm really good at maths, so I can tell you you're stupid. You so dumb. Can't help being thick. Whoa. You have to be careful of these holes. Someone's gone around putting big holes in this place. I knew what you meant, I just thought it was funny. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, you were just being facetious, were you? I see. I see. Right, okay, so we've seen what everybody's been up to today. Who has got an interesting topic for us to talk about, or an interesting question for me to get all agitated about and, you know, put the world to rights? Because I quite like doing that. I think the last live stream we had got probably a little bit too political, but I had a good time. I enjoyed expressing my opinion. He's going to be mining for some time, says Scoot02. How's the server going? Server's going very well, actually. So the actual server itself that it runs on, the one that comes from Mojang, has not broken or crashed at all. There's been a couple of tiny weeny little errors with my programming, which is expected because, you know, you never get things first every time, but that's why we're testing, really. But yeah, so far, so good. And we've updated it today to 1.13.3, which is not available for, like, the normal game, but for servers and realms, that's like a background update, which has fixed a lot of problems as well. So yeah, it's going very well. Very, very impressed with it at the moment. Very happy. Cannot wait to go live with it full time, to be honest with you, but we just need to make sure that it's not going to crash. And I don't mean like the server crash, I mean like my programming go wrong while I'm asleep and it not like restart itself. If it actually crashes, it will just auto restart, so that's good, but if my programming goes wrong, it won't. No mean. I've been enjoying it so far, says Jesse. Well, that's good. Excellent. Something that Mojang owns works. Well, they don't own that bit. It's the bit I don't that works. No, yeah, it does actually. It's the same stuff. It's the same software that Realms run on, and it does generally work for Realms most of the time, apart from the rollbacks. But let's not talk about that. That's that. Yeah, it's so complicated to get to explain. But yeah, that's not. Yeah. That's under my control. The bit that causes rollbacks on Mojang's Realms is not actually part of the server software that they share with the public. So that's something that people have to write themselves. So I've got control over that. So he shouldn't get any rollbacks. Shouldn't, he says. Going to do any tutorials on the server setup? Yeah, when I'm 100% happy with it and it's 100% finished, I will do a few videos on how it works, how to set it up, how to make it, do what you want it to do so that people can use it. But I'm still umming and ahhing at the moment with either making it free for most people, but maybe charge for people to use it commercially. But then that's, you're getting very complicated doing those sorts of things. But I just think it's the sort of thing that if it works and it works well, it would be very, very valuable to server companies to actually use it, because at the minute, like CubeToast, who do all the Java servers, won't touch Bedrock Edition because they don't like the system that's in place. So if we could convince them, and I know I'm dreaming a little bit here, but let's say we could convince them it's a good system, they might buy it off me and make millions of dollars, and then I'd be rich, and then I can play Minecraft every day and not have to go to smelly work. And where to buy Foxy's software? Yeah, well that's taken a massive backseat, my software stuff, for the time being, because I haven't had time to barely sleep, let alone do software or Minecraft recording. So yeah, dream big sounds good. I always try, and what I do, I try and aim for it as if it's gonna be the best thing ever, or it's gonna be seen by everybody, and that makes me try and achieve a better level of quality, rather than going, well, no one's ever going to use it, it's only me, so I won't bother trying very hard with it. I don't like that attitude. I think everything you should put your best effort into. So if you think your end goal is right, I want somebody professional to use this and potentially take it and pay for it, then you'll work harder from the beginning. So I don't expect any server companies to ever buy it or anything like that, but that's the dream. That's the plan, the goal. Well, not the plan, the goal, or yeah, the dream. No, it's not even a goal. You know what I mean? It just makes you work harder from the start. And my pickaxe is not living very long in this old Nether, is it? Netherrack's not doing it many favours at all. Right, what we got here then? Jesse B, lol, that's the dream. Makes millions, be a content creator full time. Absolutely. Never mind, lol, says Marcus. Have you made up with Big Chicken yet? I haven't seen him since Slack stream yesterday. So, yeah, no, effectively. If you don't know what that's in reference to, well, Big Chicken and I, we've had a rocky relationship over the years, and we had a little bit of an argument in Slack stream yesterday because he's just basically a complete pain, isn't he? He's just so annoying. He's a problem. And, yeah, we had words. If you put it out there, I would be happy to buy it. I don't really want to sell it for personal use, because I think that's a bad business plan. I'd rather give it away for free for people to use it personally, because I think that's just the right thing to do. But if you're going to use it commercially, I think you should be paying for it. But I don't know anything about software licensing to do that. So it's a tricky one. Foxy, why would they choose your software over the Unix versions? Well, the thing is, you're right, there are ones that work on Linux and Unix. Not everybody, personally anyway, has access to a Linux server. Not everybody that runs one from home wants to run one from a Linux server. And I suppose if you're talking about the tech companies, they're probably going to run off Linux servers. With it being a Microsoft-built game, running on, developed for Microsoft, you would think that it should work better on Windows than it would on Linux. However, having said that, I bet it's probably even coded on Linux and then ported over to Windows anyway, just as most things are developed on Linux these days. So, I don't know. Yeah, good point. Shut up. Stop having good ideas. Making a fool of me. Foxy, why would they... Oh, I've read that one. Lots of emojis from Marcus177D. What we else got? How about Slack's trek into the lunacy of villager mechanic? Don't get me started on villager mechanics. No, not going there. I fell out with villagers when 1.13. No, was it 1.13 came out? Yeah, it was. Or was it 1.12? Which one did I fall out with villagers? Which was Village and Pillage update? It was 1.12, wasn't it? Yeah, I fell out with them then. I don't intend to unfall out with villagers. They're a complete pain in the butt. 1.12 says Jesse B. Foxy's new server says Commander Kevin. What? Right, okay, so more questions please, or topics or things, because I really don't have a lot to tell you guys today. My brain is very frazzled, so I'm either going to respond or I'll be very quiet. So give me stuff to respond to. Okay? That's your job. Your job is to keep my brain active while I do this mind-numbing, boring, relentless task of clearing out many, many netherracks. Alright? Good job. I believe in you guys. You can do it. You've got one job and there's 57 of you to do it. I'm sure you can manage. If you work hard and do it as a team, come up with many, many questions and many good things. Can't be bothered. The RS says villager physics, worst physics. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Villagers are dumb.com. Jessie B's sleeping in a bed. No, Jessie, sleep tight. Oh, she's doing it again. One player sleeping is working on the server. For some reason, though, when we go back to a realm, it doesn't work. But when I put it back on a server, without fixing it, it starts working again. So that's, I would say, yet again, realm problem. Know what I mean? People on your realm, are they going on the server too? What? People on, like, the realm you play on, my patron realm, do you mean, Lofty? If they won't be going on this server, but I am thinking about changing that realm over to a server as well, should this one be relatively successful, because then I can give my admins control and they can deal with it when it goes wrong. Save me a job, you see. Good plan, FoxyNoTail. Look at that pickaxe. It's nearly gone, isn't it? I should stop mining with it, really. I should really stop mining around. Oh, that pickaxe is going to go in a minute. It's going to pop, and I won't have it anymore. Then I'll be really sad because it's my favourite pickaxe. Yeah, I won't mine anymore with it. I'll be good. Right. What do you think about personal trainers for non-athletes? I think having a personal trainer is a great idea if you can afford one. Absolutely. Because everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. Everybody's mind's different. Everybody reacts differently to exercise and diet and things like that. So if you've got a personal trainer, they will be a lot better at getting you the exercise regime you need for your body and the diet you need, depending on the personal trainer. Some personal trainers won't touch diets, but some will. Some will recommend what you should be eating for the type of exercise you're doing. That would, yeah, definitely be a good thing. And I think anybody that can afford it, that struggles with health and struggles with exercise and stuff like that, it was definitely a good idea to have a personal trainer. If I could afford one, I'd probably use a personal trainer. And if I had the time as well. Having said that, I'm pretty clued up when it comes to exercise and stuff like that. I don't do it as often as I should, but I know a lot about it. But that probably comes from having quite an athletic family. My brother studied sports science at university, and he's not, I guess he's kind of an athlete. He's not a professional athlete. He was at one point, but he's like massively into like boxing, rugby, surfing, kite surfing. He was the British champion of kite surfing at one point. So he's very fit, he's very athletic, he does a lot of sport, spends a lot of time at the gym, and he knows a lot about fitness and diet and stuff like that. So that's where I get my info from. Pretty much. Marble raid, did someone say? Oh, Marble Jade raided us. Thank you, with a party of one. Whoop. Thank you very much. Sometimes you sound so much like Eddie Izzard. It throws Eddie Izzard. It doesn't sound anything like Eddie Izzard. That's like saying all Americans sound like Donald Trump. That's just accentist. Sound like Eddie Izzard. If you don't know who Eddie Izzard is, right? I think we should bring up some Eddie Izzard in this stream, don't you? Should we get some Eddie Izzard on the stream so you can see who it sounds like? Good afternoon, Foxy, says Maribel Jade. And I am sick, says Not Wado07. Oh, sorry to hear that. Have you thought about getting better? That's something I always try and achieve when I get sick. It's a good idea. You might not have thought about it, but definitely worth trying if you haven't already. I'm poorly as well, says Boxy. Oh, you're all poorly. Ugh. All of you poorly people giving me the lurgy. Out of the stream with your germs. Running, jumping, climbing trees and putting on makeup. What? Cake or death? What? I'm very confused. Right, did we say we were going to get some Eddie Izzard in this stream? Yeah, let's see if we can find some Eddie Izzard. I don't know if he's family friendly though, so I don't know if it's a good idea. He's a comedian in Britain. Yeah, I don't think I should be putting Eddie Izzard on the stream. Just in case, because he has a bit of a tendency to say naughty things. And I want this video to go up on my second channel after this, and I don't want to have to edit it. You can have my virus if anyone wants it. No thanks. Hang on, just texting. There we go, I've texted. Cake or Death is good. I don't think I've seen Cake or Death. I haven't watched any Eddie Izzard for years. I used to really like Eddie Izzard, but I think he went a bit crackers at one point as well, didn't he? A lot of celebrities don't do that, don't they? They just like go off completely off the rails and you're like, well, they were good while it lasted. Some of them make it back again. Some of them just stay completely like nuts, don't they? It all goes to their heads. Eddie Izzard is so blue, says Seabass85. He says naughty things with a cheeky smile. He is a cheeky chappy. You have to give him that. Or is he I don't know. I was going to say, is he technically a him these days? Because he's a bit of a... Is he just a cross-dresser? Or is he actually gone the whole hog now? I don't know. I don't know the PC words for that anymore either. It all keeps changing every week. Look, I'm sorry if I've offended anybody. Nah, lol, yeah, just haven't listened in quite a while, says Jessie B. Just a cross-dresser, I believe. Okay. Fair enough. Last time I saw anything on him, it was just cross-dressing. Right, fair enough. Fair enough. Good that you've been looking in closely enough to tell. Wow, we're getting through this. Look at all this. Hardly anything to mine out at all now. We're nearly there. Good job. Whose idea was this, digging out the nether? Yours, you idiot. Yeah. Always is, isn't it? Always is my smart ideas. Oh man, I've got such a long way to go as well. Such a long way to go. Oh, it's gonna take forever, this. I don't Eddie knows anymore. What? Christopher Whitley followed me. Thank you very much. Is it Whitley or Wildy? Someone just played Chuck for 200 bits. Played the Chuck yeah sound. We do need those louder. The thing is, right, I don't know how it works. I guess it's playing it through my audio and then that's playing back through the stream. I don't know if, yeah, you would think it would play it directly to you, the stream guys, but I don't think it does. I think it goes through Streamlabs into my computer. Oh man, let's have a look. Just going to have a fiddle with it again. Yeah, I don't have any control over the volume. And the volume for that is linked to the same volume as the music and also the same volume as the game sound effects. Now, the game sound effects are on full, as we'll see here. My music is at half volume, which I can't control properly because that runs through my Stream Deck. So that just is a fixed volume. There's nothing I can do about that. And I would guess the stream sound effects thing is like just normal volume. I don't know. I hope no one goes through the nether right now. I know. I hope no one comes skipping along my tunnel. And just, where's the floor gone? Yeah, sorry guys. My bad. may have made a slight hole. Oh look, more stuff going on over there. Stuff we didn't even know about. Did you play Conkers as a child? I did. I had many a game of Conker. Oh, and all of the things about conkers, where you're like, oh, if you put them in vinegar overnight, they'll be twice as hard. And if you bake them in the oven, you'll like, there's so many wet things that you did to try and cheat. Nothing worked. But it was so satisfying when you found a big conker. I've got a story about conkers, actually. I got a story. Does everybody know what conkers are? Do my American friends know what conkers are? Does anyone know? And it's not rude. It's... Do you know what No, says Mike on Switch. So a conker. Let me see if I can get a picture. Okay. Okay, hang on. Basically, I think it's a horse chestnut, isn't it? Those things there. So they come in a spiky outer shell, and when you open them up, you get this like nut inside. Now you don't eat it. What you do? You drill a hole through that nut, and you put a piece of string through it, and you tie the other piece of string round the end of your fingers, and you challenge your friend to a game of conkers. And what they have to do is they have to hold their conker by the end of the string and dangle it down, and you hold your conker and you flick it at the other person's conker, and you're trying to smash that conker off their string. Now, if they drop the conker, they lose, and if their string breaks or their conker breaks, they lose. So the harder your conker is, the better you are at conkers. And the game was always to get the biggest conker and the hardest conker. So you would go round as a child scavenging conker trees for conkers, right? And the bigger the better. And if you went at the right time of year, they hadn't been sat on the ground long, or sometimes they were still in the tree just about right, and they would be really hard. So I was really into... They got banned from schools eventually because obviously people kept whacking them at each other and hitting each other's fingers and doing damage, because they're quite big. They're not small. And if you really flick them hard, they could do a lot of damage. So yeah, I used to go... Where I lived, there was a really, really big conker tree in the drive of one of my neighbours' gardens. But they were the sort of neighbours, you know, the sort of neighbours that you just don't talk to because nobody likes those neighbours. The sort of neighbours that completely keep themselves to themselves and don't have anything to do with anyone. They were those sorts of neighbours, right? So they didn't know me, and I didn't know them, but I wanted the conkers out of their conker tree. They had this conker tree and no one was using it, and it was in the middle of nowhere, so no one else would have found it. It was like all for me, and it's huge. This conker tree was massive. It was absolutely ridiculously huge, but it was right in their drive. So bear in mind, I was probably about 12 or 13 at the time. What I did is I went to my dad's garage and I got a pair of step ladders, the tallest step ladders I could find, and I carted them off down the street, plonked them in the middle of my neighbour's drive, and got a really long stick and started whacking at their conker tree with my long stick, trying to get the conkers out of the conker tree, trying to knock them out. Ah! I'm on fire! No! Stop! So anyway, as I was whacking these conkers with this big stick on these step ladders in my neighbour's drive, these neighbours that must have been like in the late 60s or something, they came over and they're like, they didn't ask me what I was doing. They didn't ask me why I was there. I think they obviously knew I was getting conkers, because what else would you do as a child in Britain at that point? Conkers was the in thing, right? We didn't have Nintendo Switches, okay? So the neighbours are like, whose are those step ladders? What sort of question is that to a 12-year-old? Whose are those step ladders? I'm like, well, they're my dad's. Well, does he know you've got them? I'm like, well, no, but I don't think he'd mind. And they're like, well, I think he would, knowing that you're in someone else's property, whacking their conker tree with a big stick. And I'm like, oh, I think he'd be all right about it. Anyway, they soon made me go home. They sent me home with my stepladders. And needless to say, I didn't get many conkers from that trip. So, yeah. So that was my conker story. Has anyone else got a conker story? I still do not now, he says Milsney. What, you go to your neighbour's house on stepladders and knock conkers out of the trees? You're crazy. Race1981 says, I only know what conkers are because I watched a lot of old British television series in PBS in America. Yeah. Yeah. It was a big deal. It was a big deal until they banned them. It was so much fun as well. Playing conkers is good. It's like a thumb war or like, what's that other game? Slaps. Anyone played Slaps? Slaps is a really good game. You don't need anything other than your hands for Slaps. Difficult to win at. If you've got big hands and a fast arm, you know, it's a good game. You get very red hands though. Hero music. Can we go in hero into the nether? Sorry, no, I pressed a different button because I was fed up with the same old tunes. Did you go scrumping for apples too? No, that wasn't. We had apple trees in our garden, so we had a lot of apples, but they were cooking apples, which are gross. They don't taste very nice at all, cooking apples, if you're just picking them off the ground or off the tree and eating them. So I wasn't really much of an apple scrumper. What I did do is brambles, though, which if you don't know what brambles are, I think they are blackberries. I think that's the other name for brambles, is it? They look a little bit like black raspberries, if you like, or black, and they come in red form as well. But they're good. They grow on like really spiky bushes, really horrible spiky bushes, but they're very tasty. And we still do that with the kids when we go out for walks with the kids. So we go bramble picking. And we used to go strawberry picking as well when I was a kid. You go to a field and go strawberry picking, but I haven't done that for years. There's a strawberry picking field right near my house, and I've never taken my kids there. Before they banned them, kids had to wear glasses. No, they didn't. No safety specs involved with conkers. If you wore glasses and got them in the way of a conker, your glasses would be smashed. You'd have no glasses. Conkers are tough, especially if you soak them in vinegar all night. That didn't work. That just made your conker like really soggy. People used to swear by it, but it's like, no, it just makes your conker soggy. You need a nice tough conker. Got to get the toughest conker in the street, mate. My conker's stronger than yours. Sometimes when you went to whack the other person's conker, your string would wrap round their string and they'd be like intertwined, and you'd have to shout strings. And if you shout, the first person to call strings won that round. U77 as 7 oi. Right, okay. If you say so. I'm not 100% sure I agree, but if you think so. I think I put mine in the free. Oh, frozen conkers, that's cheating. They're all right until they thaw out, and when they thaw out, they go soggy. When they're frozen, though, they're like the unbeatable conker. Just don't let any of your friends touch your conkers if you've been putting them in the freezer. Well, that's proper cheating, that, mates. Proper cheating, that is. I bet you always would at conkers. Got to do some work now. Bye, says Milsey. B Silver B says, during childhood, berry and bean picking was how my generation earned money. Yeah, we used to do like stuff like that when we were kids. Go and like pick stuff and gather it and give it to people. Those days are long gone. Jack wouldn't even go. Jack's 14. He wouldn't even go to the supermarket like at 5 o'clock in the evening because it was dark. Kids are so scared these days. Well, maybe it's just mine. I don't know, but I think there's a lot of fear these days that never used to be there because the media just makes everything sound so scary. It's like all you ever hear is so-and-so got kidnapped, so-and-so this happened to so-and-so, this person got murdered, this person got killed in a knife attack, this person had terrible things done to them that they didn't want to happen to them. And it just happens all the time in the news. But it doesn't happen any more regularly than it used to. But everyone seems to think it's getting worse. It's not. It's getting a lot better. As awareness grows for it, it gets a lot better. So one thing, it's good that there's awareness. The other thing is it's just causing fear, massive amounts of fear. Jack does not dare go out at night when it's dark, even in a fully street-lit street, because he's terrified that someone's out there waiting for him. And there isn't anyone out there waiting for him. And the chances of there being someone out there waiting for him are so remote. But you think it's massive because that's all you hear in the news. If for every time it was like announced in the news this bad thing happened, if they then, every time that happened, they announced all the bad things that didn't happen. Every time someone walked down a street and didn't get mugged or murdered or attacked or anything like that, you would never ever see the bad news for the good news. It just wouldn't happen. The bad news would pale into insignificance because it would be swamped with the good news. But we don't ever hear that. We never get the news story, John Smith was found perfectly safe as he arrived at the supermarket this afternoon, you know, walking there. You don't hear that. So all you ever hear, because it's sensationalism and because it's exciting, you hear about everybody that's had bad things happen to them. Which is, yeah, great for creating awareness of certain things, but also terrible for the fear. Absolutely terrible. I'm sick of seeing it, to be honest with you. I don't think that sort of news should be reported at all, because it just breeds fear. And if everyone's scared to go outdoors, no one's going to go anywhere and do anything. So, you know, I don't like it. No news is good news. Well, that's not true. No news is good news, but also good news is good news. And good news doesn't get reported, so you don't know it's good news. So we're just assuming there isn't any good news because it's not being reported, unless it's ridiculously impressive. Like, you know, so-and-so won the World Cup, or so-and-so's the best athlete in the world, or so-and-so's broke this amazing record. That's the sort of good news you get. You don't get good news as, you're like, you know, Martha reached the age of 77 and she's still perfectly healthy. She's been for a checkup and her kidney's working perfectly. You don't get that, do you? So there's never any like actual good news reported unless it's amazing. I won't go out in the dark either, says FoxyNoTail. Yeah, fear that doesn't need to be there. Depends where you live. If you live in a bad place, in a bad neighbourhood, in a bad area where it happens regularly, then fair enough. But if you live out in the, like, we live in such a nice place, you know, there's always going to be bad people everywhere somewhere if you look hard enough. But they're not waiting for you on every corner. And the one thing I try and like teach my kids is that, because again, Jack's scared that at night someone's going to come in the house and get him while he's in bed. And I'm like, why? Why would anyone do that? You've got to put yourself in the mind of somebody that wanted to burgle somewhere or wanted someone to do harm. Why would someone in the middle of the night break into your house to attack you? That doesn't make sense. If a burglar was coming to like steal your stuff, they're not going to come and attack you first. They're just going to like sneak around, steal your stuff and leave again. But you'd probably hear them like coming in. So I don't know. I know there are situations where it does happen because we've all heard about it because it's in the news. But generally speaking, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen hardly at all compared to how often it does happen, is my point. I mean, it should be reported and it shouldn't be used sensationally or whatever. Why should it be reported? Why should it be reported unless that threat is out there? And if they've got like, okay, this is the person, this is the details. Keep a watch out for this particular person. Then great, you can help people with that. But if it's just the news for the news's sake, oh, so and so got mugged, but no idea who it was, then you know what good is that to anybody other than creating fear? Then all of a sudden he's like, oh, well, we know there's a bad person around, but we don't know who it is or what to look for, so we just won't do anything. We'll just sit and waste our lives inside because we're too scared to go out. Grr, getting me on hot topics again. What is this aside from Minecraft, obviously? We're talking about news, like, and being scared of the dark and fear. And not irrational fears. It's not an irrational fear because there are reasons to be scared of that. But sometimes you've got to assess as yourself: is it worth the risk? Is it worth the risk to live my life, to go to the shop, to enjoy myself, to do what I want to do? Is it worth it? And if the answer is no, then fair enough. But if the answer's, you know, if the chances of something happened to you are very, very slim, then don't waste your life worrying about what could happen because you won't live your life. And having a life without living is not living at all. Ask you what you're doing in Minecraft, lol. Oh, okay. I'm digging a big hole in the Nether in order to start a new project. Why didn't you say so? Driving your bathroom set on fire. Still have to sleep with the light on and alarms and windows. Yeah, well, like I say, things do happen, just not as regularly as everyone thinks it does. I'm not saying there's no crime in the world, because there absolutely is. And I'm not saying there's no bad people in the world, because there absolutely is. But they're not waiting on every corner, and they're not going in every house. Otherwise, we'd all be like, oh, I got burgled 5 times this week, or I got mugged 3 times this week. It's not as bad as it seems, is my point. I know it's bad, and I feel bad for anyone it's happened to. Absolutely, I do, and I sympathise with you. But it's the whole thing as a whole, worldwide, isn't as bad as it's made out to be in the media, is my point. Okay? Wraith, you're not allowed to say booby trap because it's got the word booby in it. My son says booby trap because he's scared at night. You don't know the joy of hitting the trip wire at 2 AM on the way to the bathroom, you meanie. I tend to agree, it's good to be aware of your surroundings, but not living in fear. But living in fear is so unnecessary. Yes, Jesse B, exactly. That is summed up what I was trying to get in one quick and easy sentence. Well done, thank you. Thank you for summarising for me. Apparently I've permitted the term booby. I didn't. I just said he was allowed to say it. I am the sole essence of fear, which means I'm not scared. Right. Okay. If you say so. Children are irrational. Both mine are scared of the dark because they are scared there's something waiting for them. Yeah. Having no purpose is not worth living. Turn off the news and join the Marines. Yeah, there you go. That'll solve your fears out. Go and join the armed forces for a few years, and then see if you don't want to walk to the shop on an evening at 5 o'clock, 5 PM. Like, everyone's driving home from work. They haven't got time to get, put on their burglary suit and go and go and do bad things. They're still in the car on the way home. For me, the main issue is Facebook. Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on Facebook. A lot of rubbish on there, and people turn it into drama, make it sound worse, and that frightens people. Facebook is a breeding ground for complete and utter prejudice, racism, sexism, basically any type of ism. Facebook is just horrendous for it. Facebook is a group of older people that have opinions that are not good opinions that want to share them with the world, and they think that it's acceptable to do that. And I've turned Facebook off because of this. So many of my people that I associated with over the years, friends, even some family, they come out with stuff on Facebook. They share stuff that's like, oh, look at all these immigrants stealing our jobs and things like that, and all of this completely fake news. And I hate that term, fake news, but it is stuff that someone else has shared and posted as fact, which is absolute nonsense, and then it gets spread around as if it's the truth. And you see people that you respected sharing this stuff, and you just think, how can you even do that? How can you share that without giving it a second to even check if that's true? Because that's not only offensive, but it's also, it depends on what the subject is, or depends what it is they're sharing. But often it's like, we've got a big thing in the UK at the minute called Brexit. I don't know if everyone's heard of it, but there's so much stuff about that. There was a massive thing about that when it first started with the point of Brexit was for us to leave Europe and become an independent country, because basically at the moment the UK is not governed by Europe, but we follow most of the European laws and rules, and they tell us what money we have to give them and what money we can get back, and there's a lot of restrictions being part of Europe. So it was the reason there was a vote to leave was supposed to be about having our independence back. But a lot of people, because of this sensationalist crazy stuff on Facebook, a lot of the folks, but particularly around where I live, which is sadly quite a racist area by the sounds of things, was all about, oh, I voted Brexit because I want to get rid of the foreigners. And it was disgusting, absolutely disgusting, because A, that would never happen anyway. At no point ever is anyone going to go, if Brexit happens, oh, right, we can get rid of all the foreigners now, because we don't want to get rid of the foreigners, and that's just not a nice thing to do. But people got it in their heads, because they're small-minded and a bit thick, that Brexit was the door to kick everybody out that came here illegally, which is just, they assume anybody that is of a different colour and a different dialect, or someone that doesn't speak English natively, is here illegally, which just isn't always the case. And that's like, it just astounded me the amount of people that I heard openly talking about it when they said Brexit had been voted for, like in shops and in restaurants, yeah, we can finally get rid of all the foreigners. I'm thinking, I can't believe these are the people that I share this world with. It was horrendous, horrible. And that's all from Facebook. If Facebook didn't exist, I bet there wouldn't have been any of that. Grr, there you go. Lol, I'm still freaked out by water. Can't see through it, just swimming because what? Says Jessie B. I got rid of all my social media like Facebook and Twitter. Twitter's not so bad. It depends who you follow. At least you choose who you follow on Twitter. On Facebook, you get loads of absolute nonsense in your feed, whether you want it or not. Anti-vaxxers and flat earthers are a prime example of Facebook fails. Yeah, the whole anti-vax thing. That's crazy. That should be. Yeah, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's bad that like people are growing up without the vaccines that they need, but then at the same time, it should be a choice. But when you're making that choice on ill-informed information, that's when it's a bad thing. And again, Facebook's a problem. Biggest thing about bugs that bugs me are the saying get rid of people from India and other Asian countries will be kicked out if we leave the EU. I don't understand. There's a thing called the Commonwealth. Well, yeah, well, there's just people, people have been born and bred British people from all over the world for generations. Not every person that's not, white isn't British. And I don't know where people still get the idea from that all British people, like, to be officially British, you have to be white and, speak English as your first language. That's absolutely not the case anymore. Not the case at all. I think, in fact, in Britain, the most, I believe, I can't remember what year it was, but the most common name in the phone book, which is like the directory of everybody's phone numbers, was, I don't think that exists anymore. Maybe it does, I can't remember. But yeah, was Patel, which is an Indian name. So, the whole, there's a lot more not white people. Well, there's not more not white people in Britain. I guess there is. I don't know. It's a very difficult situation. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we shouldn't be bothered about what colour your skin is or what accent you have or what, area of the world you came from. It really shouldn't matter. I mean, at least here in the US, people have always been racist and hateful. Most racist people I know don't even know what computers well enough to use Facebook. Well, I suppose you're protected from that. Oh, and to be fair, thing Britain owe the rest of the world throughout history were not being very nice to other nations. Absolutely no. The British Empire was not a good thing at all. It's not a good thing at all. And people are proud to be British, and people are, to look back on that and are proud of it. And it's like, no, that was pretty much a society built on slavery and doing bad things to people. Village and pillage strings to mind. Yeah. We're the good guys here in Britain. How long have we been streaming for? I'm just looking for it. I can never remember where the stream time is on this. It's around here somewhere. They keep changing the page. I don't know. Just over an hour, is it? I've done quite a lot of digging for an hour. Been through a few pickaxes. We might have to go visit the Guardian farm soon. Liara says, I mean, I'm not that protected. I have to go have Thanksgiving dinner with them next week. We don't have a command for that. I have a command for what? I don't have commands for anything. I don't have stream commands. I don't understand them. People keep telling me I need stream commands. I don't get it. I need to set up commands too, says Jessie B. I don't like how people define a country by what they did 100 years ago. Well, that's the history of the country, I guess. And considering we don't really do a great deal anymore as a country, so, that was pretty much what defined us. What have we done since that's had any particularly great impact? And I hope someone actually tells me something, because it would be nice to think that we've done some good. But as a country, on a whole, I don't know whether we've done anything good at all, have we? In the last, 100 years or so? I need to set... Oh, I've read that one. Right, okay, so we've talked about We've talked about news. We've talked about Facebook. We've talked about that. What else can we have a moan about? Come on, let's have some more. Let's have some more topics. Why not? Brexit. Oh, don't get me started on Brexit. What do you want to know about Brexit? Which of my opinions would you like on Brexit? Ponty Places, we've sold all of our industry and got into debt. Is that a good thing? Sold all of our industry? Have we sold all of our industry? Let me get back to you on that one, says Mitz. Good television, says right. Yeah, okay, let's define our nation on Doctor Who. Doctor Who and the Musketeers. Oh, and Sherlock Holmes. You should look into a thing known as World War I and 2. Yeah, well, that didn't define us, did it? We didn't start it. It was World War I and World War II. It wasn't just Britain affected. But I learned about it at school in history with Britain. I know. It affected the whole world. World War I and World War II. Didn't define us at all. What does you have going for it besides Hollywood? The US? I don't know. The US has got a lot of things it's done. The US has produced a lot of stuff. It's created a lot of stuff. Invented a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, look at hot dogs and burgers. I need to follow the lines, don't I? I'm just like completely randomly digging here. So you guys having good TV is a reasonable thing. You guys don't have good TV. You have really good shows in America, but you spoil it with all the stupid adverts. So you have these amazing TV shows, and then there's just like every 10 seconds adverts, and then when the TV show comes back on, you don't get any more of the TV show. You get a recap of what's just happened, followed by a coming up next, and then another advert. And then you get a recap of what just happened, and then coming up next, you never get any actual show. It's just the same clips, like 5 minutes of show repeated over and over and over again. They're terrible. I know, like the sitcoms and stuff like that are not like that, but like just American TV shows in general, like the just the couch TV stuff. We get that in a lot in Britain now. That started to come over here. It used to be just American TV. I saw that on, but over here we started to get that now, where you just get like, oh, this is what we're going to talk about today, or this is what's going to happen today, and you just don't see any of it. Like, there's no footage of it, but they bang on about it for a whole half hour. Well, the US produced me, so 10 out of 10 on that one. Thanks, Mizzle for shizzle. Yak, it's bad and countries did the country... What? Ah, that's too long, I can't read it. Sorry. How about the old British show? Are you being served? You're all crazy. You're all crackers. What I ought to do up there for now is like fill that floor in at least at the top where where we have to walk across with glass or something, just so we can see over it, just so we don't end up all falling to our doom as we go past that room. It's like TV clickbait, says right. It is. The Discovery Channel's famous for that. Yeah, that's the sort of channel you get those things on. Yes, but we don't have the TV tax. No, you don't have the TV tax. We do. But the TV tax is only for a very, very select few channels. Like, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 channels that actually is for. And they're the BBC channels. Everything else doesn't get any money from the BBC. So they are not affected by the TV licence at all. So they don't produce shows with just like, this is what's coming up, this is what's just happened, and here's 10 seconds of clip before we go to the next adverts. They manage to, like, there's still a lot of adverts, but it's the way they structure the shows annoys me more than anything. But then the adverts annoy me, which is why I stopped watching live TV, like, in general anyway. I never ever have the TV on at my house now, so Unless it's something that's like I know I want to watch and I'll watch it on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that, or on catch up. I won't watch anything live just because adverts drive me crazy. I'm going to go edit my episode. Enjoy your stream. Bye, Liara. Bye. Benny Hill fan, yay or nay? I don't know Benny Hill. Don't get that in here in the UK. So I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. All I know is the music. We probably did get it at one point, but not in my area of focus, I guess. I don't know the best way of putting that. I think our answer to Benny Hill was probably Charlie Chaplin. He's probably the most similar thing, I guess. I don't know. Can anybody from the UK help me out on that? What's the closest thing we had to Benny Hill? Yeah, we did. I watched it, said Mitz. Oh, we did get it, did we? I must have just been not in the loop on that one then. Or maybe my parents didn't watch it, because it was quite old, wasn't it, Benny Hill? Like, around a long time ago. Black and white type stuff. Am I right in thinking that, or am I totally getting it wrong? Carry On films. Yeah, was that like Benny Hill, was it? Okay. I assumed Benny Hill was more like slapstick, a little bit like Laurel and Hardy, or like Three Stooges type thing. In the UK, we have the Ombudsman, who say we can only have so many adverts an hour. America, they don't. The TV networks do what they do. Yeah, the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman. Don't get me started on the Ombudsman. You're forgetting the most important thing that UK has ever done. Monty Python. Oh, yes, that's true. Benny Hill was UK, you're too young, was it? I'm too young then. Yay, I'm too young for something. Hurrah. 1955 to 1989. Yes, I'd have been very small when that was on then. Yep. For most of that, I think my dad would have only been like 3 years old when that started. So, pretty difficult for me to have seen it. I'm sure it'd have been on since then, on repeats and stuff like that. What's it like being too young for something? Well, remember when you were young and you were at the fairground and you wanted to go on the ride, but your parents said, no, you're too young? It's like that. Or when you wanted to buy that game that was an 18 or a 15 and you weren't old enough and your parents said, no, you're too young. It's like that. Or when you try to go to the cinema and sneak in and they said, have you got any ID? And you said no, and they said, you're too young. It's like that. Stephen Hawking, what's that got to do with anything? Anyone watch Frasier? I used to love Frasier. But then I was quite young at the time and I really fancied the woman off it. What's her name? Daphne, who is supposedly from Manchester. I don't think she actually is in real life. I don't think she's from Britain at all. Don't you have a time machine, lol? Yeah, it doesn't take me back for old TV though. Foxy, you're Niles. How am I Niles? How am I Niles from that? Out of all the characters on Frasier, in what way am I Niles? We're no longer the knights who say near, we're the knights. Oh yeah, that's one of my favourite lines. We are no longer the knights who say nee. We are the knights who say eki, eki, eki for tags. Yeah, I used to love that. Yeah. Very good. That's the only Monty Python film I actually like, though, which I know is going to be a tricky... No, that's not going to go down well, is it, me saying that? But it is. Life of Brian, there's some good bits in it, but overall it's just pretty weird. And the rest of them I don't like at all. The rest of Monty Python films are absolute garbage, as far as I'm concerned. But again, I think I'm probably not old enough to get it. So... But I like the other Monty Python stuff, like the sketches, like the Ministry of Funny Walks and things like that. Those sorts of things I like. But some of the stuff was just so out there and so bizarre, I just didn't get it at all. You didn't like The Life of Brian? Yeah, well, it just didn't. It's just weird. Most of it's just weird. The only bit I like is this Moses going, he's not the son. He's not the son of God. He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. That tickles me. I like that bit. Yeah, he's a fox with no tails. Unsub, unsub, unsub. No, don't do it. Jesse B, I loved their show. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, the Holy Grail was great. But, oh, look who it is. My favourite people. But the ending of it was rubbish. And I know it's supposed to be a joke, the ending of it. But I really do think that, I feel like they just, didn't have an ending, so just left it. I was so excited to see where it went, and they just got just so rubbish. The ending was rubbish. I didn't like it. It was a bit like the ending. Did anyone watch the TV show Merlin? Merlin, the young wizard. Because that had a very similar ending, which was also equally rubbish. Which was basically they cut to the future and Merlin was like still there, like in this day and age. So they went from Arthur and the Round Table times, and then they just cut forward in time to like present day, and like, oh yeah, Merlin's still here. It was just weird, really weird. It didn't fit at all. And I was like, I really didn't want them to do that ending because I really liked the idea that they would maybe make like more Merlin at some point in the future. They legit ran out of money, says Right. Yeah, they must have done. They probably did. What about Spanish Inquisition? Yeah. Frasier actress was born in Ilford, UK. Was she really? She's got the world's worst Manchester accent. I think that maybe that's probably the only like city in the UK that wasn't London that the people running the show knew, which is probably why they went for that one. I've got 1 arrow. Not doing well, am I, guys? What's my elytra like? Not too bad. Hey, we're getting on with this. We're not far off, I don't think. We're doing a good job here. Doing a good job. Xeritic Pigment Farms. What? I like the ending. What? Oh, I saw Merlin, says Night Wraith. I see. Yeah, I loved Merlin. Merlin was a brilliant TV show. It was really light-hearted and nice and easy to watch. It was a bit naff in some points. You know, the acting at some points wasn't particularly great, but it was just so wholesome. It was lovely. It was annoying in a lot of senses because it was one of those things. You really, really, really wanted Merlin to tell King Arthur that he was a wizard, but he didn't because magic was banned. And I think, did he tell him at the end? I can't remember if he told him at the end or not, or for it always, like one episode he told him, but then all of a sudden King Arthur got amnesia or something like that would happen. So there were times where he'd tell him when he was drunk or something like that and he'd forget. And you were like, oh, and it was kind of like the whole Ross and Rachel thing. You really, really wanted Merlin to tell King Arthur that he was a wizard because they were such good friends, but he just didn't. And King Arthur just always saw Merlin as this just completely useless, like quite intelligent, but like just peasant. He never looked up to him, but then at the same time, they were good friends. So like, I don't know. It was good. Anyway, you should watch it. If you haven't seen Merlin, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's quite old now, but it's definitely worth checking out. You and Mr. Barbecue should have done this. Onion is dead. No, he's not. He's just sleeping. Why? Why are there a bunch of silent whisperers in the Nether? That's where they live. Where they live, guys. No silence cousins. I've gone quiet, haven't I? I'm watching chat and I'm digging. It's that time of night again. Has it gone? Yeah, it's past that. Well, it's nearly 9:30. Look. Oh, well past my bedtime. I'm kidding. Mum says I don't have to go to bed until 10 o'clock. Letting me stay up tonight. Tell you what, I used to, when I was young, one TV show from Britain that I think defines our country. Probably the best TV show that Britain has ever produced. Although these days when it produces it, it's not quite as good. It's nowhere near as good. But the best TV show, in my opinion, that we've ever produced, that's ever been on British television, was Red Dwarf. And if you've never seen Red Dwarf, watch it from the start to the finish. Well, in fact, watch series 1 to 6. After that, give up. Don't bother after that. It was just, yeah, like nothing else at that time. It was hilarious. It was witty. It was funny. It was exciting. It was brilliant. Smeg lol. Yeah, exactly. I used to beg my parents to let me stay up till, I think it was on at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, I can't remember. Let me stay up for it, and they would only let me stay up if I promised to be good. So I would be really, really good, just so I could stay up to watch Red Dwarf, and we would tape it. We would record it on VHS, if I wasn't good. And then I wasn't able to watch it. At least they would tape it for me and put it on VHS. I loved it. It was my favourite thing in the world. It was the one thing that, like, the only thing, even as a young person, that I wanted to watch on TV religiously. I didn't want to miss any of it. Goodbye, pickaxe. No, I got my eye on my pickaxe. Ah, stop. Ah, no. Expert level 99 landing there. Red Dwarf went a bit wonky after a while. It did. When it cancelled for quite a long time. And when they brought it back, it was just well off. It was really off. And then a couple of years ago, they brought it back again. And I watched it, and it's actually really good. We've got to go mend. Oh no, we've got one more before we need to go fix stuff. Yeah, I think it was series like 10 or no 12 maybe, something like that. Like really recently, like a year ago or a year or two ago. That was actually really funny, and that was like the old humour. It's like they'd got it back, and I don't know. I think they did one more series after that, and it wasn't quite as good again. It had dropped back a bit. But they still got it in a lot of senses, but it's still nothing like it was originally. It was just so cut and dry and funny and, like, yeah. Just the one-liners in that was brilliant. Blackadder. Blackadder was brilliant. Blackadder, the first series was just really weird. And then everything after that was gold. Yeah, the Blackadder was brilliant, but I still don't think it's a patch on Red Dwarf. Good night from Denmark. Good night, B-Munch. Don't die of kinetic energy. I struggle to die of kinetic energy because you don't hardly take any damage. Watch. If you fly into the wall, fly! You hardly take any damage. You only take a couple of hearts. Take a lot. You'd have to go really, really fast to die of kinetic energy. Now, I died of falling into the floor quite a lot, but not of the wall. So there you go. One of the writing duo left after the series thing. Yeah, it was done by, was it Grant Naylor? Like David Grant and Doug Naylor or something like that? Or Richard Grant, I can't remember. But yeah, they, I think one of them stopped after a while, didn't they? Are you talking about British shows? We are. We are talking about British shows. Absolutely. In my opinion, the best shows. Having said that, I disagree with that comment as well. There's a lot of American shows I like. Mainly like the superhero stuff, although they've gone a bit downhill recently. But I used to religiously watch all the Arrows and the like Flash, and I still love Legends of Tomorrow. I think that's brilliant. Arrow's gone completely off the rails. Supergirl's gone a bit wonky, but still pretty good. The Flash is, to be honest with you, I'm a bit bored of the Flash because it's just the same thing every single season. He's just fighting yet another speedster, which turns out to be himself. So I haven't watched any of this series yet. What's the other one? There's another one, isn't there, from that series, and I can't remember, or from that like universe. But I like those, yeah. I loved Green Arrow in the beginning, yeah, until like last year it started going a bit off when they had like the future and the past stuff going on. That was a bit weird. But I think this is the last year for that, isn't it? And there's going to be a huge crossover, so I will catch it at some point. But they're bringing back like Tom Welling as Superman from like his universe, and Brandon Routh, who plays the Atom, who played like the actual film Superman years ago. They're bringing him in as Superman as well. So they're basically doing a multiverse crossover with some of the old like famous actors in, which would be really cool. Apart from, did anyone watch Smallville? I watched that religiously as well. I thought Smallville was brilliant. The guy that played Lex Luthor, that after a few seasons got the sack for being just basically demanding more money and basically saying, you can't do this show without me, I want more money. So they wrote him out just to prove to him that they could, which was great, but it was also sad at the same time because he was a good character and he was a pretty good actor, to be fair. They asked him back to do the Arrow multiverse crossover thing, and he's like, no, they're not paying me enough money, so I'm not doing it. So it's just like, what? You've got this opportunity to make up to all of your fans and you're not going to do it because they're not paying you enough. Like, get real, guy. You've never had a job since then. Still bitter, I think. Would I Lie to You is amazing. Would I lie to you? Lie to me with, what's his name? The guy, what's his name? He was in the Incredible Hulk as the bad guy, wasn't he? Short guy. I can't remember his name. That's brilliant. Lie to Me. That's hilarious. That's a really good program. I say hilarious. It's not a comedy. It's just really good. Lol, I'm binging Smallville, says Emerald's Tech. I loved that Lex. Michael Rosenblum. That's it. Yeah. He was the best Lex. He was a really good Lex. He was a really good Lex. The Lex in Supergirl, I know it's the guy that used to be in Two and a Half Men, which again was a really good series. Even when he'd gone completely off the planet, it was still a really good series. It was just really unfortunate that he made everybody else's life so miserable recording it because he didn't turn up to work and he was such a drama queen. I'm talking about Charlie Sheen here. But yeah, I really liked Two and a Half Men as well. That was really good. Tim Roth, yes, like Tim Roth, he's brilliant. I like Batman. Batman, what do you mean Gotham Batman? Which Batman are we talking about? Your Supernatural homage for Halloween still cracks me. I love Supernatural. Supernatural, it just can't do any wrong for me. It's not nowhere near as entertaining. Well, not entertaining, I don't know. It's not what it used to be. But it's something different now. They've realised that the whole thing's just so old and it's not worth doing seriously. But they've got a really good mix of making a joke about itself while still keeping itself relatively entertaining as well. So I love. I still like Supernatural. Sorry, but that Lex died to a bullet. Which Lex? Supernatural is my favourite show. I'm sad it's ending, but it's time. Is it ending? Oh no, don't tell me that. I thought that would go on forever. Oh, you ruined my day. Has anyone watched Gotham? Gotham was okay. It didn't really hook me in Gotham. I didn't warm to the Batman in it. And I haven't watched it since series 3. I just sort of got a bit bored with it. I was a bit like that with The Walking Dead. Walking Dead, series 1 was okay. After that, it's just so boring. Just so slow and so boring and never getting anywhere. And I don't like shows that don't have a light at the end of the tunnel, where there's no hope for them. They're all at some point going to die, the zombies, because there's no way they can turn the world around. They're just Lost. Lost never had a light at the end of the tunnel, so I found it boring. Don't like Gotham, says Zachary. Yeah. I wish they would have approved the spin-off Wayward Sisters. What? Oh, the spin-off. Oh, did that not go ahead, Wayward Sisters? To be fair, I think it looked a bit weak. I think they could have got better actresses for it. It was a good idea, but I think the two annoying teenagers is probably not where that show needed to go. If they'd have just kept it as, what's the sheriff called? The sheriff and somebody maybe a little bit more likeable. But both of her daughters, I just found them really annoying. Prima donna annoying. You're on The Walking Dead, says the Bite Spider, yeah. Smallville could help feel that Lex wasn't evil enough through and through. Always wonder what could have happened if Clark had trusted him. I think he was pretty evil. I think that was the good thing about it. You knew he was sinister, but he came across as a bit of a good guy, but he just had that. You could see it in him. I mean, I think that came across through just the actor himself was obviously not a very nice guy. And I just think, yeah, either that or he's a very good actor, because he just did look like a bad guy to me. You could just see it in him that he was somebody that was bad. Sheriff Jody, that's it. Is it Jody Mills, something like that? Can't remember. Castiel's probably my favourite character still. And Dean, obviously. I really like Sam, but Sam's just he's always a bit whingy and fed up in the last few episodes. He's always looks like he's got a frown on his face. Whereas Sam annoys me because he doesn't ever talk to Sam about anything. How many series have there been oh yeah, we need to communicate more? And Dean's just no, I'm not going to tell Sam anything. I'm just going to do it my way. Jamie. Cass. Jamie. It's like my impression. I'm good at it, Anna. Sam's a wet blanket. Oh, Sam's dead light. He's dead normal. He's level-headed. He's got the right idea. But yeah, he's a wet blanket. I liked it when he could drink demon blood And I shouldn't be going on about this in my family-friendly live stream. Yeah, when he drank demon blood and he could just like go mental on demons. I know it was like a drug to him, but that surely hasn't gone away. They've not written that out of him, has it? Surely that's still in him somewhere. And there's been so many times they could have utilised it, but they didn't. I don't know whether they wanted to just sort of steer clear of the drug references or what, but that was so cool. I love Dean, says Mitzcats. There was a mum at my Oliver's school this morning that was dropping one of the kids off with an amazing jacket. It was a Dean jacket she was wearing. On the back of it, it had a cool, like, just the white on the green jacket. Like, it was almost looked like a tattoo on the jacket, but it said, for the family, I hunt and I do something else, and then a picture of the Impala on the back. And it just looked amazing. I thought, I want that jacket. And I had so much respect for that mum that was dropping the kids off at the school. I almost wanted to go and high-five her, but I didn't know her, and I thought that might come across as a bit weird. Crowley's my favourite, says Kimbercakes. Yeah, I miss Crowley. Did they bring him back ever? I don't think I watched the end of the last series yet. I think I still need to catch up on that. Can't wait for Piglin. What's Piglin got to do? If the Piglin are half as annoying, I just think they're just going to be like retextured pillager patrols that just appear in the Nether. I know at the minute we're getting the pillager patrols in the Nether anyway, but I just think that the Piglin are going to be the same thing. They're just going to randomly spawn and start attacking you if you're not wearing gold. And I don't want to go to the Nether, like have to dress up to go to the Nether. That outtake where he's air guitar into Eye of the Tiger, I think. What's that? What? I'm missing something. They killed him off. I know they killed him off. I just thought he'd come back. I just thought they'd find a way to bring him back. It's a shame. He was amazing. He's so good. Lex was an outsider. Couldn't fit in. How much did that have to do with the dark path he followed? What? Oh, you're all having conversations I'm not following. Oh, look, this pickaxe is nearly gone as well now. Look, we're getting through these pickaxes today. I've done a lot of digging, though. Done a lot of digging. All the fun of the Nether, Foxy, yeah. Yeah, it's like, what can we add to the game to make it even more annoying for everybody? What can we add to get in people's ways as they're trying to do stuff? I just don't... Who actually, hands up in the chat, if you find it entertaining, when you're playing as a casual player, when you're doing something and a phantom swoops down and kills you or knocks you off something, or a pillager patrol spawns and starts killing your stuff or trampling your crops, or, you know, let's imagine for a second a piglin raid appeared and started attacking you, or a piglin beast appeared and started attacking you. Does anyone find that fun? Castiel was a lot funnier in the early series, yeah, when he was stupid. Yeah, when dude's like, why are you still standing there? It's because you told me to wait. It's like, been there all day and all night or something, yeah. How are we supposed to show hands down? Put a sad face if you don't like it, and put a hands up or a thumbs up or a smiley face if you do like it. Because for me, I just like to get on, you know. I don't mind hostile mobs. I get that's part of the game, but you can avoid that. You can plan for that. You can light torches around the place and stop that happening. And I know that's supposed to work with pillagers, but it clearly doesn't. So yeah, it's just an annoyance, isn't it? Piglin ain't undead. No, Piglin's the alive version of a zombie pigman, isn't it? The Devil Senpai Lucian likes being annoyed when he's playing Minecraft. That's good. And everyone else is... Oh, and Zachary says, phantoms make me feel not lonely. Well, there's always one, isn't there? Ah! Oh, dear. I'm inside the block. Let me out. Thank you. Expert level 99, getting out of a block there. Good job. I've got many netherracks again. I wonder if Zap will buy it all off me. Zap. It is Zap. I said it right that time and still assumed I got it wrong. Don't! We filled all these ones up as well? No, not quite. Nearly. Crikey, that's a lot. A lot of shulker boxes we've got today. Phantoms make me sad, said Emerald Tech. You need to be able to make places safe. Minecraft survival is about taming the wild. Yeah, I agree. Which is fine if you can make places safe. But you can't. You just can't do it because the game doesn't work properly. I suppose it is supposed to work that way, so I shouldn't moan too much. But it still annoys me. It still winds me up. And phantoms, you can't protect against phantoms. Doesn't matter how well you light the area up, unless you build a roof over your entire world. But how are you supposed to build a roof over something that you're still in the process of building? Unless for every time you're going to build something, you build a temporary roof first. And just make sure you sleep regularly. Well, yeah, but when you get in the groove of building, having to sleep every 20 minutes becomes annoying. Or 10 minutes, technically. It has 14 sugars of it, says the Michael Switch. Who, Zap does or I do? He stopped buying it now. Oh, man. Sleep. I totally agree. Phantoms are useless. I wish they would do more updating to terrains. Maybe to dungeon type add-ons, refine and raid. Maybe find ways for... Yeah, boss type fights. That would be brilliant. If they added in mechanics that were triggerable. Triggerable events like the Wither fight or the Ender Dragon or stuff like that. That would be great. I'd be well up for that. Where you could have to go, or just have to go somewhere in specific to trigger something. Like you only got pillagers at, let's say, a pillager outpost rather than just wandering around the world. You know, then you could choose yourself whether or not you wanted to be bothered by those things. Perhaps phantoms only spawn in a particular area of the world and you have to lure them into where you want them to be or something like that. But yeah, boss fights would be amazing. But just, yeah, I think there should always be a level of choice in this game of whether or not you want that to be part of your game or not. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a sandbox game enabling your creativity. But when they're hampering your creativity with annoyances, it stifles your creativity, especially when you're on a roll actually creating something. For then to have to stop to deal with something else can really like put the brakes on what you're trying to do. So, yeah. That's my philosophy, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care what anyone says. There. Right, we're going to the Guardian farm. We're going to go fix our tools. And then, depending on what time it is, what time is it? Oh, we've been going for nearly 2 hours. Yeah, I guess it's probably just about done for the day, I reckon. Creative mode. So it's not fun, though, creative mode, is it? The joy of survival, for me, isn't surviving the monsters. It's the reward I get, the feeling of I've done a good job and spent my time well when I've bothered to gather all of those resources and then do something good with them. That's what I get out of the game. If I just got given all the blocks, and I just wouldn't have any enjoyment out of building something, because it's like, yeah, I went to the effort to do that. I went to the effort to mine out this area. I went to the effort to collect these blocks or mine this particular, you know, farm this particular difficult type of block. That's what I get out of the game. If they took the mobs out of it altogether, it would be a bit sad because you wouldn't be able to use the farms and stuff and get half the blocks. But if they made it so that you could just get the mobs when you wanted to, then I'm all up for that. Peaceful? No, because then you want to be able to fight mobs sometimes to get the blocks from them or make mob farms and stuff like that. Peaceful, boring. I like the fact, although it annoys me at the time when creepers go off and blow up your stuff, I like that aspect of the game where, because you can rely on that generally. You can't at the minute because spawning's all kind of broken. Like creepers and spiders today, spawning on torches in full light levels, on bottom slabs as well. But when it works, I quite like it because you can control it. But the rest of the stuff is uncontrolled. That feeling is the best, says Emerald's Text. I agree, Foxy. Having something to do makes me happy. I agree. Tasty juice. I don't like the mob briefing affects villager farms. Just want creepers to stop blowing up redstone. Yeah, creepers when they blow up something intricate like redstone or a nice build you've made, that's annoying. I wouldn't mind so much if it dropped all of the blocks that they blew up, but they don't, which is I find really annoying, especially when you're like one pane of glass short, or one piece of redstone short, or one block just to finish it off, and you're like, oh man, I've got to go and get all the stuff to get that now. What have you missed? Not a lot. I'm just standing around doing not a lot. Server's going pretty well though today, isn't it? Hey, no problems, no restarts, no crashes, all good. Apparently in the Discord, Jesse B says, I tried joining 8 times before reading up and seeing the IP changed. Yeah, I did like pin it and I pinged everybody for it and I wrote it in 3 times. But some people just don't get the message, do they? How can you provoke a phantom while it's in the sky? Well, if they... Yeah, they could add that mechanic in, couldn't they? Maybe you could hold something to lure them. Or maybe, like, phantoms are only really, really high up in the sky and you have to go up high to actually get near them for them to detect you. I don't know. I'll make it up as I go along. When are we getting that for TNT? Dropping all blocks is right. Well, they have said that is coming. They just haven't said when. So I'm hoping 1.14, which should be very, very soon. I'm thinking about, well, I would say 1.14. I would expect it around about probably the 1st or 2nd week in December. Probably 2nd week, maybe like the 12th of December-ish. Somewhere around there. So you've got time to play it before Christmas. Maybe they don't like your face, says the Emerald's text. Love streams, they're interactive and I love it. I like talking to you guys. I do like doing live streams. My issue with doing a live stream is when I'm recording a video and I've spent literally all day in front of the computer doing stuff, you kind of lose a little bit of motivation. You want to do something else. And then you go, oh, but I need to do a live stream today. And then you go, well, I've done everything I wanted to do, so what should I do a live stream on? I need you guys to come up with it, or help me come up with a list of things to do on live streams, so that I'm not just... Because I don't like working on my current house projects and stuff like that, because I like to do that in videos. Oh, and I forgot to record video clips for this. Oh, man, I'm so dumb. Yeah. Only problem is when people stream, it's late for me. You think so? How many betas so far? Last update period was like 3 months. Yes, but I have it on good authority that it will be soon. Okay, I just don't know how soon. No one's given me any specifics, but I have been told it will be soon. So I'm expecting it to be... Well, they've called it the holiday update, so it's got to be before Christmas. I'd be amazed if it was after Christmas. Slack doesn't want the snow to build up. What? Glass roof over the holiday village. Slack doesn't... What? I'm confused. Hey, I've been here ages and I've not... Oh, we're going to have... Oh, let's hope we don't... We haven't got too many guardians. The server can handle it. It's pretty powerful-ish. Sorry, anyone else that's online. Jesse B and Tis Tom. May bug everyone out right now. Oh, no. It's all good. My server's pro, you see. Pro server, level 99. Wow, look at all those guardians and not one little bit of lag. Amazing. Amazing. We should fix everything today. Right, let's get some more potions on the brew before we do that, though. Weakness. What are they missing? How have I managed to make them weakness? What do we need in there to make them full strength? Weakness is after the first spider eye, isn't it? Is that right? So do they need a fermented spider eye in there? No. What have I done wrong to make those weakness? Huh. Well, they're no good. Lai made a mistake. Has Liara made those? She's making weakness potions in my farm. Liara. Who do you think you are? Oh look, we're running out of water bottles here as well. We need to top up the old water bottle situation. One of them, and one of them. Look at my auto brewing system. Isn't it the best one you've ever seen? Completely automatic look. I automatically put those in there in the right order like a pro. Because I'm an automatic pro potion brewer person. Oh, no, not that. There we go. Oh, just like a pro. Get many of those. Right, okay, let's go do this. Hey, now then. Hey, I didn't order any loose guardians. How do you know I'm loose? I didn't mean it in that way. Oh, and I didn't bring my ender chest. So I can't get my tools. I'm so dumb. I'll see you later, loose guardian. I'm not loose. I'm tight, actually. Last night, Slack showed her over here. She was trying to fix tools by trading with Prowl's villagers, so I guess you could blame Prowl. Slack's bringing people to... Oh, my goodness me. Oh, Who does he think he is, bringing people to... Gee, I hope he charged her lots and lots of money. Oh, don't want to be giving away free XP. Escape prisoners, take no hostages. How'd he get out? That's what I want to know. I mean, I know there was a lot of guardians there, but how'd he get out? How'd he do that then? I don't want to break that one. I've got another one here, look. Let's put that one there. Right, let's make it. Go. Oh, ow. Oh, my face. Ah. Ah, whoa. Expert. Night, Foxy and Stream. Bye, Emerald's Tech. Thanks for joining us. It was nice to see you. We got 611 followers. Wow. That was a bit of a brain fart moment, wasn't it? Probably should be careful with what I'm saying. Yeah, we got 611 followers and 48 viewers, which is just shot down dramatically from 55. Apparently people are leaving. Don't know why I'm coming back out this way. We need to go back this way, don't we? That's a lot of followers. It is. If you're not followed already and you like what you see today and you like, you know, these types of chatty, talky live streams where I rant about things that I dislike, then feel free to hit that follow button. Help me get, you know, higher up the list of all the people that are following me. I've got a few people have followed that did link in my ear, by the way. We've got XX Skyline, Zacharia123 and Dex041. So thank you very much, you guys, for following. Hello, Mr. Guardian. Don't shoot me. Hey, no, bad. Oi. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, eh? I'll hit you with my ender chest, I will. Bad Guardian. Right, give me that. Give me that. And give me all his broken tools, please. Can't fix that. And I can't fix that. Okay, we got this, guys. Stop! Stop shooting me! No, bad, naughty. Well, that's a lot of pickaxes to be fixing. How many attempts do you think to fix all of those pickaxes? Do you think we could do it in one go? I don't think we can, but it'd be worth a go. What I love most about the stream is that it feels like I'm watching one of your videos. Well, that's good then. Keep it family friendly, Fox, says Bite Spider. I know, I'm sorry. Accident. Accidents happen. Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. It's not like, you know, I could have said a lot worse word. Not the worst word in the world. Right, easy with the XP now. A nice, easy stream of XP. There we go. There we go. Bit more. Ow! Way! That was a lot of knockback on there, isn't there? Come on, bit more. Give me that XP. Oh, I'm still wearing my armour! I'm so dumb! Ah! What a waste! Stop shooting me! Oh, man, and I just got all the XP. Oh, I'm going to fix it all in one go. No, you're not, because you're an idiot. So dumb. I'm going to have to go stand and wait again now. Oh, we we fixed 2. Oh, man. I'm rubbish at this game. Someone should give me the sack. Fire me, I'm rubbish. I'm leaving. Going anyway. Right, we're going to need... No. Elytra goes on your back, not your rocket. Don't put a rocket on your back. I got to make a bigger trading hall in my realm right now. Good for you, Zachary. Go for it. You still keep things light and fun, says Knight's Wraith. Well, thank you. I don't know how I should make it, though, says Zachary123. I wouldn't bother if I were you, because they will all forget their workstations and it will all go wrong. Even if they have proper access to them, they'll still bug out and not do it properly. It's up to you. Go for it. See what you think. Your armour, says Michael Switch. I know. I'm dumb. I forgot. That's tasty little juice box there, because I'm 5 years old. Right then. While we're waiting here, doing very little, has anyone got any ideas for upcoming projects that we should do? Any ideas for what we should build? Mini games. I'd like to do a mini game.
This is totally genuine.
Thanks, Mitz. Yeah. Ideas for mini games. Glass roof. My dreams are crushed. Lol. I'm reading the chat. The good news. Oh, villagers make me mad. I never worked they never worked from first. Almost worked before village and pillage. Yeah, I preferred them before village and pillage, I have to admit. Although the trades at least loads better now. The trades are really good now, but they just don't work. I had my villager trading hall and hadn't had a single issue with it and never had a villager change workstation, says Mizzle for Shizzle. And it has been months. Good for you. Actually. And the Bite Spider has cheered 10 bits with a little unicorn in a rainbow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your 10 bits. A minigame idea, says the Devil Senpai Lucian. Xmas is coming. Why not build a community Xmas tree with colourful presents and snow? I have already planning on doing that in Slack's little village area, should he get round to actually working on it. So yeah, I want to build a big Christmas tree there. So thank you for that idea. We've had a Christmas tree already, didn't we? But it wasn't actually Christmas, but we got a load of presents for some reason. I can't remember why. Mike on Switch says Blu-ray and Blue Jay and Prowl are making a pig-powered Mario Kart track, and it's going to be epic. Not sure if any other minigame can compete. Make a racetrack using a horse. Yeah, well, that was one of my plans from early on in the series. I was going to sell horses and build a racetrack so we could have horse races. But then Slack started selling everyone Elytra, so my horse idea went out the window, really. But I suppose I could still build a horse racetrack. But if someone else is already doing a Mario Kart racetrack, isn't it a little bit pointless having a horse racetrack as well? It just don't seem like the best idea in the world to have two racetracks. Right then, we've got a bottle of gargle juice here. Let's throw that at them. Flip that trapdoor open. Steady with that XP, please. Come on, nice and easy. Easy does it. Come on, creep that XP over towards me. Yeah, that's now we're talking. Yep, no, next one. Yep, go. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit. Oh, is that it? Oh man, thought I'd get more than that. It's going so well. It all ended miserably. Right, are these done? Yay, they are. So let's put more in. Mini potion. Who doesn't know how to do weakness potions? I've literally ordered it in there in the order you need to put it in. It couldn't be simpler. Some people, they just don't think, do they? What's that? Oh, I've got chat things. Hang on, let me finish putting these in and I'll read them. Hang on, one moment, please. Un momento, por favor. Hide and seek. Christmas in July it was, Mike on Switch says. Hide and seek town. Blame Slack. Single player. What? They seem much more stable when not in a realm. Ah, yeah, it's Mizzle for Shizzle. As your villagers on a single player world, or is it part of a realm with other players that have other villages that are loaded at the same time? Because I think that's the issue, is when more than one village gets loaded at the same time. Whee! That one's done. We need to go back up again now, don't we? Load it up again. We've got 2 more pickaxes to do. We're nearly there, guys. Nearly there. Nope, it's on a realm, says Mizzle for Shizzle. Well, are you the only person that plays on that realm? I'm amazed. Maybe they fixed it. I doubt it, but I mean, they said they had, but I've still had issues. Other people have still had issues as well. Fully automated potion brewer. Do you know, I actually recorded the intro to one of my videos the other day with the fully automated potion brewer plan and design that I had, that I was working on. But I explained in that I despise it. I've spent hours and hours and hours working with it, and I hate it. I cannot get it the way I want it, and I'm sick of working on it, so I gave it up as a bad job. I know they're doable, because I've seen Silent Whispers got one, and I've seen other people have, but I like to do things myself. I like to come up with it, and I had a really good idea, and it almost worked really well, but because Bedrock Edition Redstone, it failed miserably, and if I could pick it up physically and throw it out the window, I would have done. Also, the chicken part was hilarious. What chicken part? Oh, recently watched your very first video. It's amazing that you stuck with the bye outro. Have I been doing that from day one, have I? Hide and seek town, really Scar's idea, but runs on new trapdoors and secrets. Yeah, that hide and seeks, you need a lot of people to play that. Minigames, I think, on these sorts of things where you don't have loads of people logged in at once are best to do if you can do it as a single player. I mean, it'd be nice to do something like maybe with like slime, piston pushers and glass and ice, like pinging players about in some particular way to do something, I don't know. Or like a gauntlet that you have to run down that has a little bit, I suppose a little bit like Zap's game, you know, the one where you go underground and there's loads of things to kill you, but without the lava parkour, and just a straight line, and you've got to run down it as fast as you can, and there's loads of stuff that like attacks you in it. Mizzle for sure says, lol, no, I noticed an issue though, because I made the iron golem farm silent, and noticed villagers in that farm changed jobs, just made my villager trading give each other a 2x2 in themselves, and they never changed because they were unable to get to their station. Yeah, but then when the chunks that they're in unload, there's a possibility that they then decide that the station that they've already linked to, they don't want that one anymore, and they want someone else's. And when they can't get to it, then you're going to have a problem. And then you'll get them just completely deciding they're not in a village at all, and the village also just forgets it's got villagers, and they don't sleep. And if they don't sleep, they don't restock their trade. So there are loads of problems with villagers. If you're not having that, that's great. But I've not come across a situation with anyone else that hasn't had those issues, particularly for iron farms as well. Roulette, says Seabass. How did you roulette on Minecraft? I suppose, in fact, Rogue Fox did that last season, didn't he? What about player air hockey game using ice? Air hockey? Wouldn't it just be ice hockey if we're using ice? You could do a pinball type game. Minecraft Russian roulette. I don't think that's a good idea. Right, put a dispenser there. One slot's got arrows and the rest of them have got like feathers, and you have to stand in front of it and press the arrow. Or maybe, that's a good idea. One slot's got arrows and the rest of them have got diamonds, and you're allowed, you know, if every time you press the button you get a diamond, but if you get hit with an arrow, or maybe it like opens a trapdoor and you definitely die from it or something like that. I think that would be quite entertaining. That would be a good one. But it's not really much of a mini game. It's that's more gambling. I'm not really bothered about gambling. I kind of want to make a mini game. No parkour, Demail75. No, not parkour. Anything but parkour. Parkour's dead easy to do, but it's boring. I made last season kind of a mini game. If you watched season 0, I made like a bank with puzzle rooms underneath that you had to get through, which is quite entertaining. That had a lava room in it that people thought they had to go across, and it was really entertaining watching them all die in lava when they didn't actually need to go through the lava. That was really good fun. So, yeah, something like that again, but that was a big build. That took a long time. I hate parkour. Rig it with traps. Oh, I've done it again. Put my elytra on now. This stupid system. Why? Why XP go on elytra when it's full? It's so dumb. Come on, give me the last bit. And how did you lot survive? We're very special. Clearly. Well, you're all getting whacked. Getting whacked, mate. I'm sick of you guys being all in there and bouncing around and having a good time with that pigment. Can't stand you all. You make me sick. Make my skin crawl just looking at you, flopping around in there. Big sticky addy orange bits. The squelchy noise you'd make when you hit the floor. Big floppers. I'm nearly dead because of you guys. Well, look. Good job I got a beacon in the area. Don't walk there, Pigman. You know what's going to happen. He did that. Do you see that? Pigman purposely walked in the way there. He wanted me to hit him. He saw what was going on. He was like, I want a bit of that. I want him to hit me so I can get mad at him. He wanted an excuse to have a fight, that Pigman. Couldn't believe it. And where's my axe? Where's my axe? Did I not bring my axe with me? Oh, man. I'm not very good at this game, am I? Derp. Well, at least we got everything fixed. That's the main thing. We're all good in the hood. We're ready to roll. We can get out of here. We can go put that glass roof on that thing that we said that we were going to do. And then we can say goodbye. I don't even think I've got enough glass to do that. We might have to not use glass. I don't think I've got enough. We're nearly there. We can put you all out of your misery soon when I turn off the stream in a minute. You'll all be so happy. Yay, Foxy's finally gone. What was that in the chat then? Oh, Jesse's sleeping in the bed. Scavenger or treasure hunt game, but more fun with people than just one though. Yeah. It's difficult. Do you remember? I mean, I know there are people in the chat that used to watch Stampy Longnose. But he used to like come up with a mini game every week. In fact, not every, like sometimes more than once a week. He had millions of them. He was never ever short of mini game ideas. He just had a brain for mini games. I don't have a brain like that. I guess probably because I don't play mini games myself, so I don't have that frame of reference. So yeah, every single week he had a different one. I mean, it is tempting to just like go through some of his old videos and see what he had and steal his ideas. But again, like I say, I like to come up with my own unique things. I mean, it could be like like a version of hide and seek, or it could be a version of a different game, but my own like version of it, I guess. My mum always told me I was special. No idea who Ed was. What am I missing? Stress Monster did a Crystal Maze style game, which was interesting. You could do a giant maze. Frogger, says me. How do you Frogger? That just sounds like parkour. I hate parkour. Medieval games. Look like jousting. Hang on, just let me go get my jousting rod. Those two arrows, these arrows here have been here for months. We either don't load this area often enough for them to despawn, or they're like permanently glitched there, but they have been there a long time. Oh, a special ed joke, Foxy. Yeah, we don't call it special ed in the UK. That's why I'm confused. I know what you mean though now. Ah! Oh! Oh! Ah! I keep going inside the blocks. It's very painful. Oh look, we nearly got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shulker boxes worth of netherrack today. It's pretty good going. Pretty good going. If I say so myself. What? Oh, these are all Zloys. I don't want those. Go away. Shoo. Out of my inventory. With you. Naughty things. Right, what is mine, though? My one arrow for my bow. I could take my Illager banner as well. Took me ages to get that. I'm going to take my quartz. I like quartz. And I know I still got to build this glass floor, but like I said a minute, I don't think I've got enough glass. Unless Sloy's got loads of glass in his thing. But the other thing is, if I put a glass floor on there, and then I'm going to have to break it again, and it's all going to fall in that lava down there. So I think I'd rather just make the walkway just a little bit wider. Maybe a little bit more cobble would be a good idea. Maybe. Possibly. Would you ever start a Let's Play Minecraft world? Is that not what this is? What do you mean, Night Wraith? Do you mean like a single player one? I only ever used to do single player because I'd never had a multiplayer game before. I'd never played on multiplayer stuff. I didn't know how good fun it was, and I didn't know what it could be like. And when I invited my patrons along to my, begrudgingly, to my single player world eventually, they, it just became such a much more fun experience than I ever thought it would be, playing together with people, because I was such a loner. I just never even considered it could be like really good fun playing with other people, because I just always like, oh well, they're not going to think like what I think, and they're going to ruin everything, and it's going to be rubbish. And they actually make it a really pleasurable experience. So since then, I really like playing with other people. The other good thing about playing with other people is shops. The thing I like most about playing with other people is that they will actually go and do the grind for you, and then all you got to do is spend diamonds, which is great. But will I ever do single player again? At this particular moment, no, because I really want Truly Bedrock to be successful, and if Truly Bedrock continues to be successful, I want to continue to play on it. I don't have time to start another world, as much as I'd like to think I do. I'd love to do a modded series, but I don't have time. So no, I think I'm just going to stick to this for now. Also, you know, single players worlds are, I don't know. I guess they're probably a bit boring. Really? Maybe a bit. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. It's very quiet without that music, isn't it? What about modded? Never mind, you said it. Ah! Not again! I was just thinking to myself, I'm going to put some blocks over there because I'm going to fall down that hole and then fall down that hole. Good job. Good job you get wings in this game, isn't it? I'd die so many times if I didn't have wings. But so far, you know, honestly, No lying, honestly, wink wink, nudge nudge. I've only died about 10 times on this world. Hardly at all. I've hardly died at all, which is amazing for me because I normally die so often. In fact, I've died so few times. I've even got a graveyard dedicated to how many times that I've actually died. So there you go. Okay, just curious. I'm enjoying suffering in RL Craft role. I've heard of RL Craft. No idea what it's all about. Is it a Bedrock thing? Don't know. Not a clue. I know Lloyd plays it. I've not watched any of his videos on it though. Oh, you don't watch everyone else on TB's videos? Nope. No, I don't. I don't have time. No, I don't. I'd like to, because they're all very, very good creators. And if you haven't already checked all of them out, then make sure you do, because you might think, I haven't got time to watch anyone else. You might watch other people and go, do you know what? I've got all the time in the world to watch that person because they are amazing and I just gel with them. So do definitely check out all the TV members because they are all... I don't think I've ever come across a group of people whose videos are so varied, considering they're all Minecraft related videos, or mainly, but they're so unique in the way that they produce their videos. And yeah, I think they're all amazing. They're very, very, very talented and very interesting and a very entertaining group of people. And it's a pleasure to work with all of them. So, yeah. I finally got killed by flying into a wall. Impossible. Can't be done. Mizzle for shizzle. I said it earlier. No way. More than 10. I think you died. More like 5 times. Getting the witch back to the mob farms. No, I didn't. Prove it. I don't remember dying at all. I've never died. I'm 0 deaths, actually, I think. Shut up. Stop telling everyone I keep dying. Make me look foolish. You do that to yourself, Foxy. I do, don't I? Right. Peoples into the chats. And all you guys and gals. And the peeps that do things. And the other people. I've got to go. I've got to go because 2 reasons. 1, I've run out of things to talk about. I think I ran out of things to talk about quite early on. Run out of things to do. Second of all, second reason I've got to go is I've got to now download this server, upload it back to the realm, and reopen the realm so that I can go to bed because I daren't leave my server on overnight in case it breaks, and I don't want pinging all night with everyone like pinging me going, the server's broken, Foxy, you need to wake up and fix it. So I've got stuff to do. So, Ray Jessie, is she streaming, is she? How dare she stream while I'm streaming? Oh, cheek of it. Thanks for streaming, Foxy. It's fun hanging out. Thanks, mates. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching. I will raid Jessie if she's streaming. How do I do that then? Where's that raid button? Jessie. No, I spelled it wrong. Jessie B. She's not streaming, is she? Oh, she is. Okay, let's do this. Let's raid Jessie B. 16 viewers ready to raid. 26, 29, 30. 29 again. See you later, guys. Thank you very much for coming. Bye.
I think that answered that question. Hello. Hey, guys. Thanks for the raid, Foxy. Let's see. We have... Oh, Binary Bob Hope. I love that name. Thank you for the follow. Hi, guys. How was the rest of Foxy's stream? Amazing, I'm sure. Cubano came in on the raid. Looks like. Skyline, thank you for the follow. Yay, I'm glad it was great. Did he finish his little I'm sure he didn't finish it. You chose a bad time to stream. I need to upload the server back to the realm. That's okay.